Yo, crypto nation and mining family, what is going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? You got your two home doges over here, my homie over here, Crypto Mikkel, and myself, Nemesis. Of course,
Yo,
hey, he's back. He's back. He's got all those dad duties going on. So as everybody's sliding on in, certainly smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, share this out on your favorite socials. You guys know what to do. You are all OGs. Yo, what's going on, everybody? How are you, Mikkel? And he left.
I'm here.
Stop doing 1,000 things before we're supposed to go live, bro.
Bro, my other half is gone. It's me, man.
Damn. Dun, dun, dun.
She left me. She left me, bro.
She left me. She left me.
She left me for some chick named Taylor Swift.
Damn.
Terrible.
Talk about being thrown off to the side, dude, in like a very cold way.
I can't blame her, man. But I'm all alone.
I'm all alone.
Nobody here beside me.
All right. Everybody, we need to send him an adult. There is no adult supervision now.
No, there's not. Bunch of kids.
It is. It is a house full of kids. And she said it herself. You guys are ridiculous.
Screw you guys, I'm out. Bunch of nerds.
Right.
Sorry.
Like, what is going on? All you happy hashers out there, we got Retro Mike Jack. What's going on? We got that one guy, Ours. We got Golden Wolf. What's going on, all you FA peeps?
One of power. I know. I seen that you don't have any power, dude. That's wild, dude. At 9 o'clock at night. That sucks. There's no light anywhere.
Hey, man, you know, people pay money to go out into the middle of nowhere so there is no lights, just so they can see what the sky actually looks like.
Alright, I can do that.
Man, I got Chicago, bro, man. It's like, what stars?
Nim can attest to that. You can walk outside of my house in the middle of the night. It's nothing but stars. I am far enough away from the city.
You get a little bit. No, you get a little city. You get a little. Your city is
the city glow and
right. It does cut some of the stars, man. I mean, to actually have like a major metropolitan area just be like no power. Oh wow, the amount of stars he should be able to see. It's like that wins that city. You got, the wins you got, I got, which is probably what he's got.
Mm-hmm. What's spies?
Right.
It is going through his area right now.
Right. Just saying. So, I mean, the wife got...
Our wins were no joke, dude.
We didn't get, like, the wind, but I guess the lightning strike was like thunder was so low. It was like a 5-minute rolling thunder that woke up the wife in the middle of the night.
It is like that, not yesterday, but the day before, like the day it started raining at the facility. I was all the way in the back, like in the hosting area.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was going to rain. And all I heard was this loud, like, and I was like, picked my head up and like turned around. I was like, what was that noise? Because it didn't sound like thunder. And so I like started walking towards the front of the building to go see like what happened. Maybe somebody like hit a car out front or something.
Right.
And no, it was just pouring rain. I was like, was that really thunder? I said, that sounded like someone fell over or hit somebody.
Yeah, but you're gonna like, I mean,
Dude, they're ripping up all of the road right now in front of the facility.
Oh wow,
freaking nightmare.
Well, Hopefully the curb's not as rough afterwards.
I better not be.
Like, oh my god, any fucking more, you're not gonna be able to drive on it.
I think they're extending it over.
What do you mean, like the other side of the street?
Like more towards our side. Looks like they have it marked off, like in some spots. Like maybe they might cut it. We gonna find out.
Yeah. Well, if they remove it, they got to redo the curbing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So that might
Fix
be
it.
what that might
Level
be
it
what
out.
it is. Right, exactly. Like, can we like make this like drivable for a car and not a pickup truck, please?
For real, man. The wise man will bottom out on the theater just right.
I bet, man. Got to come at that at like a little kind of glancing angle, man. Just kind of come up on an angle on a side, man. Be like, bam.
Usually come at it at the very, very end, like down by the gate entrance. That's usually where I'll drive in at. And I'll drive all the way up the side because it's like no curb over there.
Right. What up, Automatic Beats? What up, Crypto Bedell? Both you guys dropping those FAs.
Well, stay safe, Oz.
Right.
Get your nightlight, like a flashlight.
What up, John
The
Jermaine?
lantern.
I know. I was like, I got up in the middle of the night, used the bathroom, heard a single crack of lightning, and then it started. I could hear it starting to rain. I was like, whatever. Went to bed and. I mean, I guess we've, it's like my heart goes out to the people in Missouri, man. It's like, holy cow, that area
They got hit hard, man.
flattened. Holy cow.
This show is my nightlight. Good.
Yeah, and and Arkansas
we'll keep
too
you safe. We'll
got
keep you
hit.
safe, Oz.
It's like Missouri and Arkansas got nailed. North of me had
Arkansas had a huge tornado, man.
Yeah.
Massive.
Right. And then there was a place because of the wind. I guess the winds were like nasty a little bit more up north for me in a town that I used to live in a long time ago. Had a theater where the building collapsed while they were in the middle of a concert.
That wind that was here the other day took off the roof, like the metal roofing slits, the corrugated steel sheets, for like roofs.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it took those right off his steel house, like the steel.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, you were telling me about
house.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it ripped those things right off. I heard the first one, and I was like, "What's that noise?" Like it sounded weird, just like like flying through the wind. Yeah, and you're like, well, "What in the world?" And then I was like looking outside, and then I watched the other one just lift and just launch, and I was like, "Whoa!"
I'm like, wow. I'm like, those are little death pieces floating through the air.
Flying razor blades.
That's what the hell is that movie? Final Destination. That's some Final Destination crap, dude.
I didn't see the video, Crypto Bedell, of the roof collapsing at the Apollo Theater. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yep. Northern Illinois. Yeah,
storm kind of nowhere. I mean, that's for sure. Well, I mean, we saw it coming, but it was delayed for sure. It was projected to be here around Tuesday or Wednesday, and it didn't show up till Thursday.
Yeah, right before we went to bed, the wife's phone went off with an emergency going, high winds. And it was I look at it 90 miles an hour, damn.
I know I was watching the news about it, and they're like, we have a high wind danger, and he goes, don't worry, we're not going to have any tornadoes. And I was like, he says, but the wind may sure seem like it.
Right.
It wasn't even raining that day. It was just really windy. That was it. It rained the day before. but it wasn't like windy the day before. Not like it was that day.
Right.
I mean, it was windy enough that it took out my power for a couple hours. And then put the M30S pluses into power protection mode.
Right. It's like, good God.
The blessing and a curse.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's only a blessing whenever they come back.
Right.
It's a curse, and you're like, oh, dang, didn't make it back out. I gotta reboot it. Which is okay. Better they have protection on them, because like the rest of the farms stayed online like the entire time. Nothing flickered. Nothing like the power just surged. You know what I mean? Like as if your like light bulbs were dimming.
Yeah.
It must have never. It had to have never gone out at the farm. But it was probably dimming enough. But those What's Miners have that protection where if it detects any kind of voltage or regular like anomaly, it puts it in the limp mode.
Yep. Which is pretty cool that it's got like a halfway of a limp home mode.
Yeah. If something was like physically wrong,
Automatic beats. Yes, I did see that. Coastal Crypto had the loco hash boards for sale.
I did not. Did y'all see he raised that the price of that M2 FPGA raised to $2,600?
No.
It went from $1,800 to $2,600 overnight.
Wow.
Yeah. As well. I watched that and I was like, excuse me, that's expensive.
Right. You know somebody that'll buy it though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or at least try to.
Total April Fool's joke. I would hope so.
Oh yeah. Well, if you like zoomed in on the picture, it was an Antminer hash board.
Oh. Got him.
Oh yeah, it says it like clear as day. I think it was an Antminer L7 hash board with like I believe all the chips were desoldered off of the hash board.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I just kind of scrolled past it though.
That was the local hash board.
Yeah, I seen it. It was enlarged on my screen. And
Yeah.
I just kept scrolling.
You had to
like,
click on the image to see the rest of it. That it was an Antminer hash board. Yo, the power's back. Nice.
Yo.
Yeah, I thought it was absolutely hilarious. It's April Fool's, guys. Don't trust anything. You know, like any other normal day.
At least you didn't lose your job this year.
Oh. Did you hear that? You hear that peanut gallery out there? I mean,
you're fired. April Fools. No, but seriously, you're fired.
I was like, sick burn. Well, it's not really a burn. It's actually the truth. I lost my job at Pep Boys on April 1st because of the pandemic. They shut down my department altogether. I had no job moving forward. I got fired. And I didn't do anything wrong. Well, I got a severance package for whatever it was worth, but still.
You did everything wrong, bro. You were working there. That's what you did to get
know.
fired. You were working there.
I was working and I did my job. Damn it!
Oh. You gotta do nothing.
I know.
The do nothings get everything.
It seems like it sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't last very long. because they's not doing anything.
Right.
It do be facts. You will own nothing and be happy. That's fucking truth. That is the truth. I mean, the wife's over here sending me pictures of her fancy hotel drink. I want to put a GIF.
And you see the new colorful GPU, their new lab graphics card design, specifically for one purpose: overclocking.
For one purpose, mining.
But the problem is
overclocking. Yeah,
it's not going to be LN2 friendly. Because with LN2, you would want it to unlock the power because you're going to be chilling it, which means that you're going to have higher resistance, which means you need to push more power to it, but you're keeping it cold, so you're not getting the heat, the thermal degradation. So, I mean, it's just like this cool little balancing act. That's one thing I like about LN2. But the card itself will not hit higher than 600 watts. So you're not getting you're not going to get all the power out of this GPU. So it's basically set so that it'll be a standard overclocking card, like a standard really good gaming card, versus something that could compete with the what is it, the Hall of Fame card that's out for LN2 overclocking now. All white. So I mean, if you're wanting a pure white build, that's got an actual, I think it's an OLED that it'll come with, that you can slap on there, almost like how the Kingpins do it. But my only thing is, like, if I'm gonna have an all white card, that's what I'm going for, right? Why can't they make the damn PCB white too? You can literally see the edge of the GPU in the in their own photos. It's like, but it's a 4090, you know. So I mean, it's not the Galaxy Hall of Fame edition. So I mean, it's not going to compete with that. Oh, I love that that shaver you found this morning.
Oh, that was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I love that shaver. That's a really good shaver. I mean,
the razor.
Oh yeah.
I figured you would like the cat bed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The top of the PC cat bed.
I
to help stop the restricting of airflow from your cat on top of your computer. And I was like, it's the truth though. Most cats usually, if I see them on top of their owners' PCs. So
yeah, mine.
I was like, it's not a terrible idea. It's reasonable.
Yeah.
It's a reasonable product.
I don't have it in an area where they'll be very conducive of their fat butts to sit there and lay on it. They don't fit. But the amount, like the ROG all handheld gaming console, that was awesome one too. or the NZXT GPU. Or the MSI gaming drink. That was a cool one. Or the Be Quiet fanless technology. and if you really want the Be fanless with AI fanless technology, I have dual O exhaust. It improves fuel economy. And I also have blinker fluid muffler bearings. I mean, anytime you hear those rattles, a lot of time it's your muffler bearings. And whenever the check engine light goes on, it means your run bad valve popped, and it needs to go in for service. I mean, Mikhail, you know about the run bad valve, right?
Yeah, it's terrible.
I know, right?
Terrible.
It always is there to ruin people's day. That's its only purpose. I mean, I can't legally disable it for you, but it's there to design to mess up your whole day. But I would love to have that Be Quiet fanless technology with AI. Did you see those, Mikhail?
Yeah, the fans were legit. So I'm having to keep myself like muted because the babies.
Yeah, he's talking.
Yeah, but yeah, those fans. I thought they were kind of cool. I was like, oh look, Dyson PC fans.
Right, I'm just saying. I mean, like there's that one guy on YouTube. What is his name? Major Hardware? He does the fan showdowns or whatever.
Yes, I watch every one of them.
I know. There's some interesting ones
since season 1. It's a good show. I've been hoping, and I tried to convince Panda to send him his Noctua card because it's a Noctua card, and I was like, dude, he needs to do the test on like the Noctua card, and like some of the crazy fan designs that someone's gonna put on a graphics card is gonna be like absolutely stupid.
Oh yeah,
he needs the Noctua card. He needs it. He hasn't been able to get him. I agree, Bubsies. Yeah.
And if anybody's trying to build on some of the newer hardware, guys, the AMD A620 motherboards are being listed at $86 for an AM5 socket.
This cheap?
Nope. No, I've been watching these come down in price. So it's going to be the ASRock flavor. So some people want to dog on ASRock. I have used ASRock for a long time. They have always just been the budget friendly. A lot of times they are a little bit more cut down on your power delivery. So if you're trying to do an overclocked CPU, this is not your board. But if you're trying to get, you want a Ryzen 7000 CPU, you want to be in that newer chipset in there, and you're not looking to overclock the CPU, but you're looking for the potential data throughput on there, where you could sit there and mine on it with a buy one adapter in there. This would be a pretty decent little budget-friendly mining startup board, and you just use a couple of U-bit 4-way splitters in here, and you've got a newer generation, so you'll be able to take all the benefits from like some of the proof of useful work. So I mean, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but on your older CPUs, you don't get as much of the hash rate out of it as you will the newer CPU chipsets. And this is just on Dynex. So I mean, you can already see some of the benefits from having a better CPU.
Retro Mike, he was ass rock is the Rita with motherboards.
Oh my god. Hey man,
It's funny 'cause it's true.
I showed everybody on Crypto and Hot Rods years ago that I hooked up 8 RX 580s onto it's now a 16-year-old motherboard. It's an ASRock motherboard, and I used 2 Ubik 4-way splitters in there, and bro, it mined just fine. So people could sit there and like kind of dog on them because they basically sell cut down boards. I mean, like, you want to see what a bare bone basic, you know what? That's ASRock. But it gets you into that
There's the bare minimum to run.
Right. So I mean, if you're getting let's say you're getting that particular board and you're getting let's say the 7800 X3D, right? Because it's an X3D, you're not going to be able to push a whole lot of power. AMD has those X3D chips pretty much on lockdown. So whatever power they're going to pull is what's going to pull. So it's a perfect platform for it. You're not going to overheat your VRM modules for power delivery on that particular chip. Now, if you're grabbing it and thinking that, I'm just going to put a 7600X, yes, it'll run it. It'll run it on basic, but if you try to overclock it, it doesn't have the power delivery for it. So know that that's where your limitations going to be more or less going to be first noticed, is if you try to put a moderately decent chip into there and then you try to overclock it. Man, you might be running into some like weird instability issues under the right condition. And I would say you would see it even more so while mining on there while it's overclocked, because it's going to try to pull all the wattage for all the cores on there. The X3D chips are, for me, a hard no-go if I'm wanting to just straight up mine on them. Because of how they've partitioned how the performance is in that particular CPU with performance cores and non-performance cores. If you guys are looking for mining, you're gonna go for a non-X3D chip, just so that you got the overclocking on there and all the cores are relatively the same. But at least it's like if you're trying to, like all of us miners, we want to be able to get into the new hardware for the cheapest price. This might be the beginning of the route. And if we're seeing that ASRock is the first one to start dropping, sub 100, under $100, that means that the rest of the AMD product stack should start coming down in price also. There'll be a little bit of a lag behind it, but it will end up coming down too. So you can either try grabbing this stuff or waiting for the rest of the market to kind of slide it back. But also know that usually a lot of it starts to drop in price the closer you get to a new product launch for them. And then if you guys are already on the new platform side of it and you're able to use the DDR5, looks like we're going to be seeing 24 gigabyte and 48 gigabyte module capacity kits up to 8,200 mega transfers. It's like, holy cow. I wonder what boards are going to be able to take advantage of that.
That's a lot of throughput.
Oh my god, yes. And it's not going to, and for anybody that's like looking at this meaning I'm going to be able to mine better, you're not going to get it you're not going to get as much of an uptick as you think by getting into there unless you're doing. I don't even know of an algorithm that really would take advantage of RAM in a computer for mining. Do you know? I mean, do you know of anything off the top of your head that would take advantage of RAM while mining?
Burst mining would have, but that's long gone.
Right.
No.
Wasn't Burst Filecoin now or something?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the way that they used to mine back in the day, it would have used CPU.
Oh yeah. So I mean, like even with
like
Monero,
Chia coin would use farming Chia. I think you need RAM.
but you're not needing the faster RAM. I don't think you'll get that much of an uptick to warrant the expenditure of upgrading like that.
XMR can leverage RAM a bit.
A little bit, but it's only utilizing 3 gigabytes. So I'm like, I don't know how much of an effect it would really have, because you're always going to be bottlenecked by the CPU while mining Monero. So I'm curious. I'd be curious to see where it would really benefit in terms of mining to have the faster throughput on there. Capacity, I can understand, but as far as faster, I'm not sure what would yield enough to warrant that. I mean, like, let's say Monero sees an uptick on there. Is it worth 10 to 20 hash for a few $100 more in price? You know, so I mean that's kind of my I mean, that's just kind of my thought pattern behind it. Is I'm not sure exactly at what point in time do you cross that threshold where it's like it makes sense to do the upgrade. If you're already building out and you're like, oh, I already have this money allocated, you know, it's like, is that the best way to be able to spend your money? If you could put it into gear that would actually add you more hash rate than putting in the RAM. You know, so for like mining XMR, my thought pattern on it is, instead of spending it on faster RAM, just get a better CPU. You know, to me, that would be more of a benefit to have the faster CPU at the end of the day.
Yeah, adding more RAM wouldn't help the situation.
Right.
You wouldn't benefit from adding more.
Right. I mean, even if it was like an extra 20 hash, I mean, I would sit there and rather take that same amount of money, upgrade the CPU, and get 200 hash off the deal. It's like we have to be efficient miners. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. I like looking at this stuff because, you know, it's cool new hardware. Now, for somebody who is doing video editing, somebody who's doing extreme overclocking of some sort, they might be able to benefit from something like that. But for the average miner, I don't think it would benefit. I mean, like down the road, whenever that RAM is now at the prices of what we like to spend on RAM, okay, sure. You know, when it's like normal prices that, you know, are not ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I'd love to have a super baller computer. I mean, my computer's pretty baller, but I'm like, there's always something. There's some stuff that's way better than my PC. You know, it's
Did you see the DirectX 12 thing? Is that what you're referring to at all?
Huh?
Are you referring to the DirectX 12 update? No.
No.
Okay, I was just curious because I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I haven't.
There's a new DirectX 12 update that actually allows CPU and GPU to access VRAM simultaneously. Allows them both to use the same resources, which is interesting.
That is, because that's almost like how that's like the Intel tech, almost.
Yeah, almost.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's an article about it in dig deep into mining of DCA Discord.
Because that would like
Boss
allow
posted it in there.
AMD and Nvidia to get into the mix.
The
And
picture on the thing is an AMD card. I don't know if that matters.
that's probably where they're starting their testing off at. Because AMD is already loves the utilization of memory. So if you've already got hardware that's memory centric, it's probably really easy to leverage between the two. And on top of that, AMD's got that crossfire action, which allows them to put
It is specifically for AMD GPUs.
For right now. It'll
Because
pipe
of the
over.
fact of, well, it says because of the fact that it's already included with NVIDIA's latest game-ready drivers and Intel's A series Xe GPUs. But for AMD, developers still have to figure it out.
Huh.
So that's just when it's ready.
Right.
This feature, games RAM and CPU utilization could decrease noticeably due to a reduction in data transfers. This is because the CPU no longer needs to keep copies of the data on both the system RAM and the GPU VRAM to interact with it. Other bonuses is that the GPU video memory is very fast these days.
Yep.
So there would be no latency penalties for leaving data on the GPU alone.
There would
probably
latency,
be a latency improvement with CPU access.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You would see less
high-end
stuttering
GPU, on high-end GPUs with high-speed memories.
Yeah, because you would see the overall latency drop, which you would have that benefit gain. The only thing that you would have would be just between the communication between the two areas. There'll be a latency on that, but how noticeable is it, at that point? And does it make how fast is fast?
It's for gamers, the only requirement you'll need for this is resizable bar or smart access memory support for both your CPU and GPU. Resizable bar is
that's
the
Intel.
foundation for GPU upload heaps, since the feature is enabled by Windows Managed GPU VRAM. Wow. I mean, interesting. It's interesting to see what it's gonna I don't know if it's like you're saying. It's not gonna. I don't think we'll notice tenfold increasement on video games, but
it would be
there are other aspects it's for AI or something like that, communicating between all the hardware would cut down.
I can see something I could see something as stupid as let's say you're in a real world environment for a game, and you go to open up that door, and it's already has all the information just sitting there ready, but it's able to just access that, so you don't have to wait for that split second as it renders really fast. So your time between a scene will be a little cut down, but at some point in time, it's it doesn't really matter. I mean, are you saving that much time? It's if the technology comes around and you can save that time without even have to really upgrade your hardware, now that's cool. Feel like everybody can come play at this table. There's already leaks about the next RTX 5000, next flagship GPU from Nvidia will use HBM3 memory. I've been hearing the rumors about the HBM3 memory, but until it's confirmed, it's really hard to like. I try not to like. It'd be really cool if they start leveraging the HBM3 memory. But
too great.
They're gonna have the same issue that the Radeon series had. You know,
Here you go. Here's the April Fool's of the day. Introducing the S30 stable miner. 150
105. Shush.
105 shushes.
The 3200
watts. Mine USDT, USDC, DAI, or TUSD. Prepayments for Q4 2023. Orders now available.
That's
a good one.
We need like 50 of those, right?
Yeah. Someone said they should label this the Fed miner. That's a good one. You said DM, bro. I said it first. Oh, that's funny. Dynex on an RX 570 rocks, yo. Yeah, did you ever check out Dynex earlier? Did you check it out and make sure everything was good? Because according to the interwebs, the chain went down and like no one was doing nothing for a while.
I would say that
have you checked, sir?
one of them went down for a little bit.
I know I had to reboot the single 3090 because it just kind of sat there.
I haven't like re-looked at it.
Everything's up right now.
I've been playing with chunking because like they're funny.
They are pretty funny.
Little baby chickens are freaking hilarious. They're so cute, and the white one likes to crawl up into my little goatee here, and then and then it's like cheep looking out the side of my beard and stuff, and it's like oh, you're so cute, adorable. I'm just saying.
Little chickens.
It's got the cuteness factor of breakage.
Ooh. Crazy.
But
apparently, Casper just hit 4 cents.
Damn.
Again. In the top 100, which is interesting because Flux isn't even in the top 100.
Because
it's number 72 right now because of the market cap.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know, it's like look at where Bitcoin's sitting at, and you're like, oh, this makes perfect sense, you know.
I'm for it, man. All the altcoins are pumping right now. Almost all. Not all.
A lot of them.
Helium was down harder. Everything was pumping and helium was like hard red. I was like, oh, look for helium.
Like what is useful with helium at the end of the day?
I mean, hardly anything anymore.
Right. I mean, it's like
badly.
You know, you can't sit there and
Dogecoin got that hard pump. 8.5 cents.
Damn.
Jeez.
I'm still glad I sold a little at the height of that market. That was like hashtag
Wow.
freaking winning. I mean, whenever I mined some of that stuff, it was like 8 zeros and a 9. So like right now with all the, any Doge I have, it's like I'm like way up. Doge to $1. Doge to $1.
That'll never happen, but you can only hope. Well, I
It
gotta
almost
go
did.
change an extremely poopy diaper apparently.
Daddy duties.
No April Fools. Not this time.
Daddy duties. I said duty.
Legit. He said duty because it's true.
Too funny. Too funny. So, we are getting towards the end of the hour, guys. So, does anybody have any comments or questions before we get the heck up out of here so I can go eat some dinner too? It's like I've been asking that question since day one. What are Helium utilities except for ARM chip scarcity? Helium on the surface. I mean, if you take just a surface level look at what helium is, it's supposed to be a mesh network of an internet, the Internet of Things. So basically, everything kind of ties into that and then globally chats with each other. Or you just have internet coverage everywhere. So, I mean, like, on the surface level, Helium looks like a pretty cool project. Then you start digging into it, and you see the hardware that they're wanting to utilize. You see what the expense of that said hardware deployment is. And then you start realizing that this is not feasible to maintain and run because of the fact that you're looking at hardware that people have to be seeking out to grab instead of hardware that people are going to go out of their way in masses to be able to grab. You like a cell phone, right? If you were able to bake in an HNT Helium mesh network into a phone, because you have everybody holding onto a phone, you're going to have mass adoption. You're going to have a global infrastructure fairly quickly as people purchase new phones. You'll have, as new phones come online, you'll have more and more of a growing support. Until you have that, you're trying to get niche people to own the hardware, which doesn't give you hardly crap for coverage. You need to be able to, get hardware into everybody's house in a way that's effective too. Again, now you're looking at every internet company would have to get on board so that whenever they bring their internet router to your house, it's already got a Helium built-in miner built right into it. And then this is why your equipment's now free, because it's mining. It's like, it's kind of disingenuous on the backside of that too if it's mining in the background. And that's the only reason why it's free. Now you're getting tapped for power. I mean, there's pros and cons with how you can sit there and release the HNT hardware. I've said the same thing, that it's an infrastructure puzzle you have to solve. How do you get everybody that doesn't know about it to have it in their hands, whether they know about it or not? Same thing with what was that? XYO. They had these little sentinels, basically tracking devices. Beautiful idea to have tracking devices to be able to, in real time see where your package is going, right? cool concept. I love it. Again, they have an infrastructure problem. People are not going to want to pay for stuff that has a one-way direction shelf life. It's not going to be reusable to you. It's not going to be reusable to the other side of this, so that they can continue to sit there and send out these Sentinels. They are a one-way shipping, and they had a battery life on them. So, there was just a lot of drawbacks, and I tried to scrutinize the guys behind it a little bit, and they never could solve the whole infrastructure behind it. It's like, yes, you'll have a small niche community getting into it, and it's a cool concept, but it just doesn't catch on because there's no way to get it out to the masses effectively. And that's always an issue when you're relying on a physical product. How do you bring the physical product to market to where it's worth the world getting involved with it? Until you can answer that one, a lot of those style projects die outside of their very small niche market that will continue mining and that'll continue supporting that network. So I mean, I hope that kind of answers it from my perspective, at least. And it's not there to create ARM chip scarcity. That's part of the infrastructure issue. There's not enough hardware to run it on. There's not enough ways to get everything out.
Yeah, sure.
Greetings and salutations.
Yeah. I don't know what I missed, but
Cedric had asked about the HMT and going, except for creating an ARM scarcity, ARM chip scarcity, what was the purpose of the utility? And I was just like, it was supposed to make a mesh network, but they had something that anytime you have a product is how do you get the product in everybody's hands? So you have a distribution issue, you have a marketing issue, you have a client basis issue, because if it's a niche product, there's only so many people that are gonna get involved with it before you tap out your entire marketing base, and the rest of the world is oblivious you even exist. Till you can get everybody to have it, like, in a phone or in a router, where everybody has it, whether they realize it or not. They're participating in a network. That's that whole, in my opinion, that's that whole grandma test. Grandma's test is not so much that can grandma operate it. It's, did grandma use it, and did she even realize it?
interesting.
And it's no different than like the XYO, those stupid little Sentinels. It's like, cool concept, really is a cool concept, but you have a distribution issue. These Sentinels are going one direction, not the other. So if, like, DogeLord would have mailed one of his Sentinels to me to be able to track the package, now it's my responsibility to ship this stupid thing back to him so he can use it again. You see the issue with this?
Yes, and yes,
and then
like,
what?
yes,
If I
know there's ways to like do like disposable ones, right? For like
now you got e-waste, e-waste. Ah. You're creating a whole new freaking problem at that point. And I don't agree with that either. You know, it's like, okay, make it part of the label. You know, it's like now I can get behind that because now everybody's realizing that it's just part of the shipping label. And then people can track their shipments in real time. But again, now you're trying to sit there and say that whenever a package gets scanned, it updates in real time also. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, do you need it to be knowing where it's driving or just whenever it passes through new hands? I mean, it's like you're just getting a little bit more data, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like,
That.
how helpful is that? You know, it's like, I'm sorry, but like UPS has a tracker on the truck. So I don't need to track my package. I can track the truck. So I mean, like, it's just like it's like, and I'm not completely shitting on it. It's just that it's a cool concept. That's just like with the alternatives that are already out there. It's like it's kind of another reason why it didn't take off. You know, same thing why HNT won't take off. You know, it'll be some of the same things that will eventually Chia will flatline and kind of fade out of existence. Because again, they're going to burn up their very small, limited of user base. You know, and then what?
Right.
But again, it's like it's cool concepts with some of this stuff when you're looking at it from the surface level. And it's like, and I love to, like, there needs to be more innovation like that. Yes. But before we head up out of here, does anybody have any comments or questions? If not, definitely smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff, guys. Yo.
Oh, show.
Hell yeah, that one guy, Oz, definitely join the Discord. Get in there. It is free, guys, to join the Discord. If you'd like to get some VIP access to the family mine and get your rigs hosted over there, certainly join DCA Your Mining in the Patreon. Links down below. I'm just saying, it's where all the cool people are going.
Sure.
For sure, Cedric.
Have a good weekend, buddy.
Yep. You have a good weekend.
Have a good rest of your weekend.
Heck yeah, everybody. Thank you for sharing some of your weekend with us, guys, as usual. Certainly check us all out, through the Patreon or through Discord. Love to have you be part of the community, guys. Certainly smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you haven't done so already. Share this out on your favorite social media. And with that being said, guys, drop some FAs in the chat before we head up out of here. We need a lot of FAs. I'm just saying, there's awesome people here, and we need a bunch of awesome FAs.
Oh, VFAs.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Now we got the sea of FAs coming in. Oh yeah, love it, guys, because you guys are rated F for freaking awesome. Yo, yeah, that's right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And with that being said, peace out, stay savage, and of course, we'll see you on the next one. Right?
Yo.
Yo.
Of course. Peace.